on, baby.
So, I wanted to talk about
Tell me.
the thing with the hollow body or semi-hollow body basses is that, I have Fenders and other basses and that I like, a couple old like Rickenbackers. But the thing with with hollow bodies that I really liked is it's a different sound. And I like it on like old records where you hear like the Birds or some older things where you hear like a hollow body. So I started getting hollow body basses about 15 years ago, and I got different ones, and I ended up with a couple famous Star basses, the old famous Star basses. And this one particular one I took on tour, and it sounded just so amazing. And so I used it for a couple years, with Bob, and it was just such a great bass. A few years later, how I met you guys was through a friend who said, I said, my amps, I'm having a problem with my amplifiers, and I'm looking at different preamps, and I see this Jonas Hellberg preamp, and I say to her, I said, but it looks just so like the top preamp you can get. And I said, I don't know anyone at Warwick. And she says, I know somebody at Warwick. He's in Canada, Hansford Rowe. And I go, really? She goes, yeah, I'll get you in touch with him. So then we got in touch, and then you put me in touch with Chris in New York. And so I got this Hellberg preamp, a couple days later, plugged it in, and just, wow. Then I met Chris a few days later, and he says, well, you like hollow body basses. Why don't you check out this Star bass, It's a Warwick Star bass. So, okay. And then, I had a Star bass, a Framus.
That's so amazing.
Yes. Framus, Warwick is the son of Framus. And so I didn't realize there was a whole family tie.
So Hans Peter's father.
So Hans Peter. And then Hans Peter told me the story of working for Framus and his father and mother, and selling all these basses and guitars.
It was the biggest instrument manufacturer in Europe for a while during the 60s.
Well, in the museum with all these instruments, I mean, there's like everything.